A Flowering Tree promises to be another unforgettable Opera Omaha premiere production. It's a modern telling of an ancient story.
I sat down recently with director James Dara to see what drew him in. James, why are you in Omaha?
I'm here because Opera Omaha has evolved into a yearly workshop for me and my production team, and we come and do new works and new productions of material that is interesting, and the company brings us all here to kind of have a month and create something.
This isn't your first production in Omaha. Our viewers will remember your last. Remind us.
Agrippina by Handel, yeah. We did an early opera, 18th century.
And tell us about this new one.
So for this, we're going entirely the other direction. We're going toward, if last year was all about sort of taking the Baroque repertoire and something from the 18th century and making it feel kind of contemporary and modern, now we are actually doing something that is contemporary and modern. And the newest opera that the city's had ever. It was written in 2006, so it's not even that old.
Why should we be excited about that?
It's amazing music. It's amazing. It's an incredible piece. It is in every way a representation of what opera can be today, and it's also incredibly well orchestrated and visceral and full of dance and design, and is also just a very beautiful story to experience live.
A Flowering Tree, what is it about? If it's a love story and it's modern, but it also has these elements of folklore, but what is it? Set it up for us.
The story comes from an ancient Indian folktale. So it's actually a very old story, a very timeless story, one about two human beings in love, which is about as kind of primal as you get, and then is written as a modern opera. And it's taking this ancient Indian folktale and exploring the idea of someone from great privilege falling in love with someone for the first time who comes from almost nothing, and the nascence of that new love and the first exploration of true love and obsession and jealousy and all of the things that come with, I think, connection to another human being, then results in them being separated for a period of time, and I won't spoil why, but the opera is about the kind of discovery and beauty of that connection, and then the immense pain caused in the separation. And actually those are kind of two of the only, there's only three singers, so two of them is that couple.
Who's the third?
The third is a storyteller. So because it's an ancient story, what John Adams does that's really great is he says, we're going to tell this as a folktale, and we're going to create the opera as a folktale, and the prince who falls in love with Kumada, this young woman, are both named characters who are each a singer in the cast, and the third singer is the storyteller. So he basically gives us the narration of everything else and everyone else in the world of what's happening, and then our team here has the challenge of figuring out how to bring that to life on stage through the use of a large chorus and dancers and other elements to craft a world in which this love story plays out.
It's going to be evident to those watching your age, yet you have vast experience. For you as a professional, what was your trajectory like that you ended up getting into this field but then taking off so quickly?
I don't know. I don't tend to think about it actually too often. I think, we're all influenced by very strong, specific people in our lives at key moments, and I just followed what I was really interested in and passionate about, and met some great colleagues when I was in school who are here, who are working with me, some designers and artists that I became very close to as collaborators and as visual artists. Their work and my work sort of, we crafted a new way of working, and it has just been full steam ahead since we met.
The Chicago Tribune described your productions as fresh and stimulating. What is it about your approach that leaves an impression, whether it's critics or sort of casual opera goers?
One of my mentors said to me once to never forget that actually the only shocking thing left in theater is human intimacy. And what he meant was we can craft productions that range in terms of production scale. And certainly my team and I have done things that have felt massive and unwieldy and huge. And coming to Omaha, these are large productions in the Orpheum, which is not a small space, but also is more meditative, and we're here for 4 weeks. We actually have a real process to dig into the work. And I think at the end of the day, what we're interested in is story and people and human beings and interesting human beings. And it's that played out on the stage live in front of you, the human body and what it's capable of, both physically and emotionally. We're inundated with technology all the time, and so to see two people in an intimate relationship in front of us is an incredibly powerful thing.
What will you do in Omaha? You've had a chance to get to know the city, not just this time around, but in past visits. So what do you like about it, and what do you do when you're not working?
Well, at heart, I'm a Midwesterner, and I grew up here, so I love coming back, and I like being in this area, and my family is very close in Iowa, and so it all feels like a great community, and it makes me feel like I'm sort of 10 years old again in some ways, you know, the kind of the fact that there are so many people here that support the arts and support the opera and are interested in opera and are interested in what's happening with the opera. It's really an incredible thing to come to a community that has a lot to offer, but also an incredible network of people that can embrace all of these artists that we import from all over the world.
Hope you enjoy your stay this time.
Yeah, thanks.
And look forward to seeing
I
you
definitely
again.
will. Yeah,
Thanks,
thank you.
James.
Yeah, thanks.